Everyone is calling the Redmi 15C boring, and honestly, they're not wrong. But boring might be exactly what you need in 2025. I'm going to show you why this boring smartphone could actually be the smartest buy of this year. And so without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. Starting with the unboxing experience, Xiaomi keeps it consistent here. You're getting the essentials: a 33 watts charging brick, a USB-C cable, the Type A to Type C connector, a clear TPU case, and of course the phone itself. No surprises, but everything you need is included, which is always appreciated at this price point. Now let's talk about what's exactly changed. The design here has been completely refreshed, and honestly, it's a massive improvement over the 14C. Gone is the chunky rounded camera module that looked a bit out of place. Instead, we get a cleaner, more refined look that actually feels premium for an entry-level device like this one. You can get the 15C in colors such as the moonlight blue, the mint green, midnight gray, and the twilight orange. There's also this black one here. The build quality feels solid. We're talking about IP64 rating for dust and water resistance, Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the front, and a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, which doubles as a power button also and is quite reliable. One change you might appreciate is that the headphone jack has been moved from the top now to the bottom. It's a small detail, but I know people who prefer plugging in their headphones at the bottom. Now let me know in the comment section if that's you. I want to hear your thoughts down there. Anyway, it shows Xiaomi has been listening to feedback. This smartphone does feel substantial in hand at 205 grams, and with a 6.9-inch display, this definitely isn't a one-handed device. Speaking of the display, we're looking at the same 6.9-inch IPS LCD panel as last year. 720p resolution with a 120Hz refresh rate. Now I know some people might question the practicality of 120Hz on a 720p display, but in daily use, it does make scrolling feel smoother, even if it's not consistently applied across all apps. The display is bright enough for most conditions. Color reproduction is decent for the price, and yes, we still have that U-shaped notch up here. That's the same formula the Samsung Galaxy A07 has kept on for years now. I know it's definitely dated for 2025 standards, but realistically, most people in this price segment are not going to be bothered about that U-notch. Bezels are chunky, but again, this is an entry-level device, so compromises are expected. Now here's where things get interesting, or don't, depending on your perspective. The Redmi 15C uses the MediaTek Helio G81 Ultra chipset, just like its predecessor. In 2025, this feels like a missed opportunity, especially when Samsung is offering the more powerful Helio G99 processor on the Galaxy A07 at the same price range. That said, for the target audience, which are casual users who primarily use their smartphone for calls, text, social media, and light gaming, the G81 Ultra still gets the job done. I tested it with some gaming, and you can play titles like PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, but you'll need to stick to low graphic settings. Extended gaming sessions will cause some warming and occasional lag. The software experience has improved here. Android 15 with HyperOS 2, and it feels more optimized than what we got on the Redmi 14C. It's snappier in daily use, and while you won't get advanced multitasking features like the split screen or pop-up windows, the basic experience is smooth enough. One thing to note is that there are still plenty of pre-installed apps and ads scattered across the smartphone on the interface. You can uninstall most of the bloatware apps and disable ads if you know your way around the Android settings, but it's something to be aware of. Now, where the 15C truly shines is its massive 6000 mAh battery. This is a significant upgrade from the 14C's 5160 mAh, and the real-world difference is noticeable. For casual users, you're easily looking at 2 full days of use. Even power users should comfortably get through a full day without worry. And here's the best part. We finally get true 33 watts charging. The 14C shipped with a 33 watt charger but only supported 18 watts charging speed. Now the 15C actually uses the full 33 watts, so while it still takes about 80 to 90 minutes to fully charge this device due to the large capacity here, it's a significant improvement over last year. So you get better charging and better battery. Now, quick favor. If this review is helping you decide, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest budget phone reviews like this one. Your support keeps these coming. Thank you. The camera setup is largely unchanged. We still have the 50 megapixel main sensor, though the selfie camera here has been downgraded from the 30 megapixel to 8 megapixels. In good lighting condition, the main camera produces decent shots with good detail and color reproduction. You want to avoid low light situations though, as that's where the limitation truly shows. Video recording maxes out at 1080p 30 fps and there's no stabilization, so expect shaky footage if you're moving around. For the price points, it's adequate, but don't expect to be blown away by this camera. So let's be honest about what's missing on this smartphone. There's still no stereo speakers, like 2 firing speakers, just a single button firing speaker. No IR blaster, which some users in the segment still appreciate. And I wonder how Redmi is the one taking this feature out at this price point. They used to have this. And notably, there are no AI features, while competitors like Infinix and Tecno are packing their budget smartphones with various AI capabilities. It's a wonder. So, should you buy the Redmi 15C? Look, this is a decent budget smartphone, but nothing groundbreaking. If you already own the Redmi 14C, don't bother upgrading to this device. There's just not enough new stuff here. But if you want a new phone or you're just upgrading from something really old, yeah, it's actually pretty good value. The battery life here is solid, it charges faster than before, and it still feels way more premium than that 134,000 naira price tag suggests, which is for 4GB of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. Here's the thing though, this smartphone is for people who want the basics done well, with battery life, reliable performance, and for everyday stuff like WhatsApp, calls, and light browsing. But if you're into gaming or you want amazing cameras, you'll probably want to spend your money elsewhere, and actually more money elsewhere. My honest verdict here is for 134,000 naira, that's roughly $90, it does exactly what it promises. Perfect for first-time smartphone users, as a backup phone, or if you're one of those people who just need their smartphone to last all day without dying. One quick tip here, if you can swing that extra 9,000 naira or $5 more for the 6GB of RAM version, just do it. The 4GB model might start feeling slow once you load it up with apps. And that's the Redmi 15C, safe, solid, and sensible. Not the most exciting smartphone of 2025, but sometimes boring reliability is exactly what people need. Check out where I covered a similarly priced device that has specific better features here. Catch you in that video. Kawidati.